The topic of lesson is equilibrium. Newton's first law of motion tells us that a body continues its state of rest of a uniform motion in a straight line of if no resultant or net force act on it. For example, a book lying on a table or a picture hanging on a wall are at rest. The weight of the book acting downward is balanced by upward reaction of table. Consider a long wood of weight is suspended by rope. Here the weight is balanced by the force F1 and F2 pulling the long upward. In the case of objects moving with a uniform velocity, the resultant forces acting on them is zero. A car moving with a uniform velocity on the leveled road and an aeroplane flying in the air with uniform velocity are the example of bodies in equilibrium. A body is said to be in equilibrium if no net force act on it. In diagram, a cyclist push the pedals of bicycles. This form a couple that acts on the pedal. The pedals causes the two-third wheel to turn, making the rear wheel of the bicycle to rotate. Conditions for the equilibrium. We see that body at rest or uniform motion is in equilibrium if the resultant force act on it is zero. For a body in the equilibrium, it must satisfy certain conditions. There are two conditions for the body to be in equilibrium. First condition, a body said to set a body is said to satisfy first condition for the equilibrium if the resultant of all forces acting on it is zero. Let n number of force F1, F2, F3 and so on Fn are acting on a body such that F1 plus F2 plus F3 so on plus Fn is equal to 0. Symbol sigma. F is equal to 0. Sigma sum of all forces. Sigma show the sum of all forces acting on the body is equal to 0. The symbol is a Greek letters called sigma and used for the summation. Summation means sum. Called the first. This is called the first condition of equilibrium. The first conditions for the equilibrium can be also stated in the term of x and y components of the forces acting on the body. F1x plus F2x plus F3x plus so on Fnx. These are the x axis component and y components y axis component f1y f2y plus f3y plus fn is equal to 0. Sum of y-axis and x-axis forces sigma fx is equal to 0 and similarly sigma fy is equal to 0. In the both cases, the sum of all forces acting on the bodies in x-axis and y-axis are 0. A parachuter's coming downward with a terminal velocity is in equilibrium. Second conditions. First condition for the equilibrium does not ensure that a body is in equilibrium. This is clear from the following example. Consider a body is pulled up by the force F1 and F2. The two forces are equal but opposite to each other. Both are acting along the same line, hence their resultant will be zero. According to the first condition, the body will be in equilibrium. Now shift the location of the forces. In this situation, the body is not in equilibrium, although the first condition for the equilibrium is still satisfied. It is because the body has the tendency to rotate. The situation demands another conditions for the equilibrium in addition to first conditions for the equilibrium. This is called the second condition for the equilibrium. According to this, a body satisfied the second conditions for the equilibrium when the resultant torque acting on it is zero. T sigma torque is equal to zero. In the first condition, we study that the sum of all forces acting on the body, in other words, the net force of all forces is equal to zero. But in the second condition, sum of torque is equal to zero. This is second condition. A ladder leaning at a wall. A ceiling fan rotating at a constant speed in the equilibrium as net torque acting on it is zero.